Welcome back to the Master Arena 5 Winners Bracket Finals between the Viper and TheViper. The question is, can TheViper actually beat the Viper in the finals here? Malay, Italians, Aztecs, Burmese, Byzantines and Mayans banned. So we're going to see Viper, Indians, Turks, Prussians, Malians and Vikings. TheViper with Spanish, Slavs, Ethiopians, Celts and Portuguese. Should be interesting. And going to game 1, not going to cast as a real summary, but going to cast faster than usual. Because again, I have been casting these games and it didn't record. It was so annoying. We have the main gold for Viper forward, second gold safe in the bag, extra gold in the bag. Viper doing Market Blacksmith going up. Malians against Spanish, I don't really know what to do here. Second stone inside, main stone forward, the third gold outside. Didn't take the air, therefore he has a lot of farms. But Viper has a plan here. TheViper obviously going with the standard here. He's on stone, he's got the main gold forward, got the third gold outside, main stone safe in the back. Didn't find the sheep, he's going to find them later on when he's building a TC there. Second gold safe in the back. Don't miss the second stone. Where's that one? Main stone, second stone forward. And TheViper also, just in case, walling a little bit. Now Viper up to Castle Age. Double Monastery coming up. And Viper also going for TCs. There's a second TC coming up on the stone and wood line. There's the third TC coming up on the golden wood line. So Viper actually going with some sort of monk rush here. 17 minutes into the game. Got a lot of villages on gold. Sanctity on the way immediately. Going to try and grab those relics. And TheViper with the castle coming up forward. Makes sense. Viper losing the scout underneath the castle. But Viper is going to go with more monks here. Fervor coming in. Interesting to see, but it's working now apparently. And I think the scout just got converted here from Viper. Viper is going to lose the monk in return. There's 2 Conquistors now, but Viper is going with more of the monks and getting 1 Conquistor converted here actually. Village of Ice 44 against 36 because TheViper also only now got the second TC and is going to go 30 TC around here. Yep. Now Viper 5 monks already, going 6, 7 monks. That's what he does. He is going to stop the Conquistors with monks here, and you need a big number of Conquistors to be able to fight those monks. Of course, Viper, master of microing units, while booming at home, as you can see, a lot of farms up already. And we're going to see one big fight in Castle Age, I can tell you that, where Conquistors and monks are going to fight. Still waiting for that. Viper resources looking really strong, going to be able to click up before 25 minutes maybe even, or maybe not entirely, we're going to see. And there's the fight happening, Conquistors against monks coming up. That's like 10 Conquistors, but it's also 6 monks able to convert, 7 monks actually. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more conversions. That means 6 Conquistors for Viper in total. He's only losing like 3 or 4 monks here and more Conquistors dying. Big fight for the Viper, and this one can actually be game deciding because Viper now handcard and clicking up to Imperial Age, while TheViper loan resources, he spent a lot of resources on the Conquistors, did not go for monks here. I think counter monks would have been a really good idea, and then go with Conquistors. They could go aggressive, but TheViper preferring to go for the economy obviously, and that means Viper with a better boomer here, going up to Imperial Age, and he's going to build stables. I thought was opting for Cavalier, but it makes a lot more sense to go Camels here, which is Viper is doing obviously. Gonna go with Farimba later on, and the castle coming up for a Viper now to be able to trebuchet down the castle from TheViper here. Inquisition on the way from TheViper. He's going with a lot of monks now, and heavy camel on the way, has been crop rotation. Viper is going to take down the castle, is going to find out about a lot of monasteries here. Resources, Viper got very good resources in the bank with a lot of food and gold already. Going forward with the monks, you can see 4 monasteries now, so he's expecting TheViper to go with a full monk rush here, which is kind of true. Farimba coming up for the Viper. Lightcav on the way against upcoming monks here. Outpost from TheViper. Maybe this means he is resigning already because Viper and Imperial Age are TheViper as well. But what can you do here? Heresy coming from Viper actually, so he's preparing for the monks while TheViper is doing the monk upgrades. And now Viper moving forward. Cavalier, Trebuchet is coming in, and there's a lot of heavy camels waiting already. I think Viper did not reveal them yet. And TheViper 16, 17 military units going with monks, going with pikemen here, but no halberdier yet. Viper moving in, and TheViper seeing this army, 64 against 14 military units, calling Chi-Chi. A very, very strong first game by the Viper here, playing this perfectly, winning one deciding fight in Castle Age, booming faster and going with a big-ass army here. Hope you enjoyed this first game, and second game, I guess a little bit faster than this one, but I really liked this game. The second game between Turks and Slavs, possibly one of the best games in this tournament actually. Lightcav inside Viper space, that means Viper needs to wall a lot of this. TheViper has done Lightcav with the Slavs, makes sense. Also walling his his stone villagers, and of course the wood villagers here. We're gonna see a TC coming up soon from the Viper here. Castle is up, TC also coming up on the main gold, and Viper is actually going for TC number 4 later on. So you're going to see a boom here from the Viper. We are also going to see the boom from Stark. He has a nice back base, but not so much space. In extra gold here, 2 TCs, you can see main gold, main stone safe. But a second stone forward, second gold outside, third gold outside. The light cap still trying to find some attack, but not happening. And now Janissaries taking care of the light cap, obviously. Viper is going to go forward now with the Janissaries. We have third gold from Viper far forward, actually. We have the second gold relatively close, but outside. The main stone was forward, protected by the castle. That's the main stone, and the second stone outside. So Vipers were really not too good, but the castle is offering a lot of protection. Viper starting to collect the relics. And we're going to see crossbowmen actually against those Janissaries from Stark. So Viper is going in, but no siege workshop forward yet. Could have gone for that, I guess. Viper resources looking decent. He's going for heavy plow. He's doing it quite early. Actually, he went very early with heavy plow in the Malians games, as far as I remember. And now Janissaries and 2 monks, but the crossbowmen will get dropped out soon. You can see 70 military units from Stark. That's a lot of crossbowmen inside. And ballistics coming as well. As soon as ballistics is done, I think he will drop out. The thing is, a few of those crossbowmen are going to drop out forward. No, they're going around, actually. Stark is going around to try and attack Viper from 2 sides. 19 and 26 military units. I guess Viper is going to lose everything here. Lost 4 monks, is going to lose the Janissaries. Very good fight here from Stark, actually. The question is, Stark could go for a siege tower hub, possibly on the right hand side. Viper is really open here, but I think he's not doing it. He's moving out, at least. We are going to see a lot of gold in for Stark. 90 against 84 villages. That means Stark with a really strong economy, going for more stables now. Viper doing a hand card, a lot of gold, no food. There's mangonels, and that's the problem here for Stark. He needs something to counter those mangonels. The crossbowmen alone won't do it. TC actually up on the outside gold, which is quite dangerous here. Viper close to clicking up to Imperial Age. Stark also really close, has the resources. Viper clicking up first, and we're going to see TC being attacked by a lot of those mangonels. Viper not with the counter siege workshop, and not going for any, Stark not going for any knights. Actually, it's not true. There's the knights and light cav moving in to try and get rid of the mangonels. Problem is, he moved in from the wrong side. The crossbowman should have attacked the Janissaries and vice versa. And right now, the crossbowman going down. That means 16, 18 against 0 military units. Stark now going with the castle. Viper cannot see this. He can only see the TC, but not the castle going up. That means the castle will be able to protect the gold at least. And there we go. And both players are up to Imperial Age. Stark with a score lead, going on the right hand side, is going to go with some siege workshops here. Viper going through the middle. And one problem that Stark had, he was never really attacking this middle in early Imperial Age or even mid Imperial Age. And Viper gained map control here and tried to hold as long as he could. Of course, bombard cannons on the way. Elite Janissaries and artillery, very strong combination here. Stark going for Cavalier, which makes sense for the Slavs here, I guess. Needs to go for siege later on, trying to go around with the Cavalier as well. Plate barring on the way to try and snipe the bombard cannons. It's not happening. On the right hand side, we do see a few cat drums being produced in the siege workshops. So Stark's actually going to try and counter-attack on the right hand side. I would have preferred to see him go through the middle, but Cavalier are moving in to take down at least one of the bombard cannons. This one only on 16 HP, should have attacked a little bit longer here. Siege ram on the way from Stark, so important. Scale barding armor and hoardings on the way from the Viper. Viper is preparing, I think, hussars and even heavy camels against the Cavalier. It makes sense. Trebuchet on the left hand side. Now Stark, siege ram soon to be finished, and he probably needs trash next. I think elite skirmishers and even halberdiers will be needed for him. Onager on the way from Stark. That's a nice addition against, I don't know, against the Janissaries. Maybe Onager is not the best idea here. Siege rams moving in, but Stark doesn't have the necessary Cavalier numbers to actually do some damage here. And the camels and hussars are going to take care of those siege rams. The castle should not go down from the Viper. Halberdier and elite skirmisher on the way. Stark doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Now go for trash, because in post-Imperial Age, when the gold is running low, trash will be really helpful. 4 relics for the Viper though. He's going to have very good gold income, and he's still taking gold here. And he got rid of the siege workshops, now going for archer ranges, and he is doing the heavy cav archers, which is huge. So elite skirmisher makes even more sense now. 42 military units from Stark. He's going on the left hand side with a lot of halberdiers and elite skirmishers, trying to still protect that gold. Barracks coming up here, siege workshop coming up. Again, he's not going for the middle, and Viper controlling this middle part, taking his third gold and also taking Stark's second stone. is huge for him. You can see Hussars, heavy camels, Janissaries, elite Janissaries actually, bombard cannons, and then soon to be heavy cav archers on the map as well. Actually a few of them already in the mix. Stark actually attacking the gold on the left hand side with the halberdiers and elite skirmishers. The thing is, those are going to be idle for quite some time, and in the meantime Viper is concentrating on Stark's base, going for the middle, going for the trebuchets here. This castle will fall to the bombard cannons now, and Stark idling his military units. He's got 57 of them, he's got siege trams on the right hand side, but he's never really defended against the Viper in the middle, and Viper has a free pass almost into Stark's base. Now Stark quickly walling behind this, which is good for him, but Viper with a better army here right now, and Stark again idle military units here. They're taking on a stable. Ooh, that's not so strong. And I think around here Stark is, yeah, he's suddenly 2k in the score difference, or Viper is 2k ahead, Stark 2k behind. The siege rams alone are not going to do the trick. He needs military units to support the siege rams, and they are now finally coming back, the halberdiers and elite skirmishers. Stark enough units, enough resources for trash units now, doesn't have any more gold, and the Chinese are just so strong, even against the elite skirmishers. They're doing good. Siege rams from Viper moving forward. Viper getting more and more map control. He's got the resources, 124 against 121 villagers, but Viper has an economy that wasn't really disturbed or anything, and with that gold army plus the Hussars, he is just overwhelming Stark right now. Still one of the best games that I've seen in this tournament, because a long time till like 12k, 13k score, it was very even. Then Stark, I think, needed to face the middle here, needed to try and get rid of all the siege workshops in the castle with a lot of units, which he didn't do, and of course with the 100 HP heavy cavalry archers, the elite Janissaries, siege ram, heavy camels fully upgraded, and Hussars, of course. That's just an army combination that you need to try and beat and need to give your best. Like right in this game, Stark wasn't able to get rid of this army. Viper pushing through the middle and winning the second game. I'll show you the civs quickly before game 3. Britons, Indians, Vikings, Ethiopians, Celts, and Portuguese. Should be interesting. We're going to see Vikings against Celts. Viper with the better map here, and therefore Stark is actually going for a tower rush. Viper also almost up to feudal age, quickly walling the right hand side because villages are attacking here. I guess Stark did not see the house. And there's the watchtower coming up from Stark. He felt the need to go with the tower rush here, apparently, going for archers as well, which makes sense, and attacking the walls, but Viper quickly going with walls towards the berries, and double watchtower coming up for him actually. So Viper, who once said you shouldn't lose the tower rush in arena, he lost that one to Winchester, I think, but now he's going to try and defend from that one. He's got a barracks up, he's going for watchtower number 3, so actually he's pretty safe inside his base. Stark won't have an easy time to go forward. Now Stark is actually attacking this watchtower. I think maybe Viper should have put a house in front of that third watchtower, and one coming up behind that actually, which is a very smart idea, and that means Stark cannot go in. Now Viper has the Vikings, that means very strong economy bonus with the free wheelbarrow already in feudal age, already now Viper's getting a lot more food in, and then handcart in castle age. Archer range, actually double archer range coming up, and Viper resources looking better than Stark's. Here Stark, main gold, somewhat safe in the bag, no back base. Main stone, forwardage on the far side, third gold outside, second gold, second stone outside, so it's map really not too good. Actually Viper main stone forward, second and third gold outside, but a second stone is safe in the bag, and that's good for Viper. That's how he managed to get the watchtowers up, and Viper up to castle age first. Gonna go a little bit faster now, because there's not so many things happening actually in late feudal age and early castle age. Archer range coming up here from Stark as well, is also on the way to the castle age, but Viper, a lot of resources, both over heavy plow, also crossbowmen coming in. Heavy plow really important to see, and now handcart is done. That means Viper is gonna have a very good economy. We have the guard tower upgrade here from Stark, but Viper using the mangonels got rid of one, and yeah, Stark needed to micro his crossbowman away because that was dangerous actually. The right hand side, Stark did a little bit of laming, Viper getting rid of the crossbows, trying to go with the siege tower, but Stark too obvious and is actually stopping the siege tower from going all around the map and trying to counterattack here. Very funny part in this game actually, where Stark happened to find out about the and predict the siege tower. Now Viper is on the way to Imperial Age, castle is up. We're going to see Arbalest and 45 wall coming from Stark, but Viper already with a big advantage here. Not with the war militias, but Imperial Age faster. That means he had more resources, had a better army, and now the Arbalest are actually taking control of the map here. Stark trying to go with the counter here on the very far side with the castle on the extra gold. Castle will also come up on that TC later on. Viper trying to go for that wood line then. And on the right hand side, nice walls here, siege workshop inside, but Viper is going through with the cap ramps. He's going to be able to get rid of that siege workshop. He's going to try and go in. And Viper also spotted this forward, so he's going with trebuchets right now. Onager done from Stark, that's what he needs, but he also needs support units, maybe elite skirmishers, but possibly Vote Raiders. It's not happening. The Ram moving in. This TC may even not go up or go down fast. The Onager does not attack that Ram. The TC is going down. There's a castle up here for Stark, but Viper still with map control. He is getting rid of that castle now. You could see Stark was repairing, but not happening. And Onagers and Cavalier now, which is an interesting addition, taking care first. Halberd coming in from Stark, that's what he needs against the Cavalier. But the thing is, there's still Arbalest on the field. Castle coming up for Viper forward. Not happening, this mining camp yet. Petards coming in, Trebuchets taking care of the Onager. Viper moving in with the Cavalier. Let's go a little bit slower here. And Viper, a lot of resources. Stark doing iron casting, but the military numbers from Stark are low. He is losing that castle. He's going with siege rams and halberdiers, but there is a lot of Onagers and Arbalest, and Stark calling GG. Viper successfully defending from the tower rush and going with the better economy. I think he had 3 TCs or 2 TCs only, and then later on 3 TCs maybe. I think that one came a lot later on. And Viper then going with the early Imperial Age aggression with the Arbalest and never losing the ground, never losing an advantage, taking the third game as well. The only question is Stark going to be able and take at least one game here? Easy answer, maybe. Britons against Ethiopians could go either way, but Viper with a really strong map, all the resources inside, third gold, I think that's the main stone, second stones, main gold, second gold, all safe in the back or inside. Castle coming from Viper. Stark is going for a full boom, 4 TCs I think. Yeah, TC number 4 is up as well, he will... Sorry. Ah, damn my voice. He vault just in case. Viper going with the castle, going with the longbowman, and Stark is not going with anything except for a big boom here. Got a third goal out. Oh my god, outside, going with siege workshop now, and boat cannon away from the Viper. Viper is going in here, destroying the walls, attacking the palisade wall here, so he's going to be able to do some damage with the longbowman. And actually Viper 5+3 range, he's going to go with yeoman and cast edge as far as I remember, so he's going to have 9 range against the mangonels with 7. Right now this is open. Viper losing a longbowman or 2 here, but the mangonels should go down over time. Pillar Archer armor coming in from the Viper, and the siege workshop obviously is up for him as well. Stark on the way to Imperial Age, 2330 with 84, which is really strong. Yeoman on the way, and we have Viper not able to go in yet. And the scout finally going down, but the house is again gone, and there is the longbowman with 5+4 range, handguard coming from both players, and those are going to be able to deny the castle for quite some time, which is important here to see. So Stark is not going into Imperial Age smoothly here, and then again Stark will need siege rams probably and elite skirmishers I think. Viper not so far away from Imperial Age, bought 300 food, so it's going to be able to click up very soon. Stark doing Onager, and thing is, the Onagers will have the siege engineers 9 range, the longbowmen, as soon as Viper will reach Imperial Age, will have 10, and then 11 with the bracer upgrade, and 12 once they go elite. And we know how good Viper is with elite longbowmen against pretty much anything except siege rams, but he can dodge the siege rams, he can just ignore them. Viper is loving to micro the longbow, I feel. We have seen this in the game against MBL in Master Arena 3 losers bracket finals. That was such an amazing game, Britons against Kelts, and Viper sniped so many siege onagers. Think MBL got a big bada boom once in the game, quite late in the game actually, killing a lot of elite longbowmen, but Viper had enough gold left to rebuild those, and then in the end Viper won the game with Cavalier. It was a very interesting game. So Stark going up TC number 5 on the outside, going with an outpost here. He's going to find extra golds I guess. Elite longbowman on the way, chemistry, ballistics coming from Stark. He's got the Onagers with 9 range, he's going with trebuchets now, he's got rid of the castle actually. I think Viper building 2 more castles inside his base, yes, and he's got the stone safe, so he will be able to get a 3rd castle as well. Elite Skirmisher and Arbalest coming in. This is an interesting choice, of course. Arbalest firing faster for the Ethiopians, but against 12 range elite longbowmen, do you really want to go Arbalest? And you can see the Onagers always dying before actually able to get a shot in. Both players going for the extra golds here. Stark wants to build a TC here. I think Viper has seen this. He's sending the longbowmen and rams already, and Viper quickly going with the TC before Stark can build his own. So Viper actually denying that gold. Guard tower on the way from the Viper. Guard tower is interesting. He doesn't have any towers as far as I know. Viper also can see this forward siege workshop from Stark, so he's going to be able to get rid of it very soon. I think he's going to on it, just then siege workshop coming in a defensive position. And Viper also using 2 traps to hit that TC. Stark trying to go for the 3rd gold here, for the 2nd gold, but it's not happening. Keep is coming up. Onager on the way from the Viper as well, which is interesting to see, but it makes sense against elite skirmishers. And cap rams, not siege ram yet. Stark could afford siege ram. Siege engineers coming from the Viper now, but Viper with map control here. Stark trying to get some forward, trying to get some returns, but 58 against 47. Where's Stark's army? I think it's mainly this one. Elite skirmishers and arbalest. And Stark now attacking. There's a keep actually, with cap ram, siege ram on the way, and the arbalest and elite skirmishers. Viper using a few of those elite longbowmen, and there's the big group. And the big group of elite longbowmen is going to be able to snipe a lot of those units here. And Stark is losing more and more in that group. Where's Stark's other army? There's the siege rams, trebuchets, and where's the trebuchet sitting? I guess there was a forward from the Viper a little bit. Siege rams and Orange just moving forward, but Stark losing more and more of his elite skirmishers. He's taking down a few of the elite longbowmen, but the main group is still alive and taking down elite skirmishers and arbalest from range. You can see siege rams now moving forward. I think Stark will be able to get rid of one of those castles, but then Viper is using the villagers to actually get rid of the siege rams, and he can't even afford to lose one of those. Stark resources looking good. Viper doing hoardings. He knows, okay, I need to protect my castle. That's happened now. And going with the barracks at this point. Is he going for elite skirmishers as well? It's possible. A lot of stables now coming up. Looks like Cavalier is the idea from the Viper. Look at the resources. It's just ridiculous. Stark sold 500 food. He's probably low on gold. He's actually low on everything. And Viper is gathering meaty resources here. He's going to lose another castle. Maybe that's why Viper is going to for some different army. And Knights and Cavaliers actually a pretty nice idea against elite skirmishers and honor, just because both units can't do really much anything against the Knights. The siege rams will fall down as well. And Stark had seen the Knights before, but he's not reacting. He's not going for Halberdiers here, which is really surprising to me. I think he should have gone for barracks immediately. This is not happening. He's not countering those Cavalier. That's a big mistake here. But it's the 4th game. And it's a match game for the Viper. Stark knows Viper is playing on another level, and if Stark knew that Viper had meaty resources, I think he might have given up here already. Like this 1 in 60 pop, you don't want to give up yet. But the thing is, the Viper with the Cavalier army now, not against Halberdiers yet. A castle coming up here from Stark and double siege workshop. Viper doing fortified wall just in case, I guess. And he's gaining more and more map control. The siege rams will fall over time. Elite longbowmen don't need to be microed here. And the Cavalier are moving in to get rid of all the elite skirmishers of the arbalest. The siege rams won't do a lot. And like this, Stark is losing most of his army. Look at the KD, 275 against 116. This is huge. This is mainly the longbows, but also the army composition from Viper here better. Still no Halberdiers anywhere, and that's really disappointing from Stark. I would have expected him to go that army. You can see in the minimap that Viper is getting more and more space, and in the end is going to win this game. Stark getting raided now with the light cav and Cavalier on the right hand side, a few elite longbowmen covering the wood lines, and in the middle Viper with a big group of elite longbowmen and Cavalier, 2 trebuchets hitting everything. He is just overwhelming Stark here. Very strong performance. Stark calling the cheat sheet, not taking a single game. Only one player, Winchester, was able to take a game from Viper in this tournament. Viper on Arena on another level. He's playing this map so well. It's just amazing to watch him play this. And I hope you enjoyed this casting / summary. I went through it quite fast, I guess. But still very good games, and see you in the next ones then. GG.